We gotta get 2 heads on the Seaking, right? Come on now. Tails? Tails? No! What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Celio's Network. Seaking got top 8 in a 200 plus tournament last night. Standard format, team up through Vivid Voltage. Seaking top 8 tournament, standard format, team up through Vivid Voltage. I said it twice because it's incredible. It's unbelievable. Seaking did it. We're going to be talking about this deck. I have some insane games with it after the deck profile, so stick around for that. And this deck is a ton of fun. It's cool to see things like this succeeding. So congrats to Attila G, I believe, was the person who... yeah, Attila G piloted this to top 8 in the Hexter last night on December 21st. 209 players entered the tournament. So shout out to Attila from the Netherlands for piloting this really unique control style deck. I am currently having a lot of fun with it on the ladder, so I think I'll continue playing this and seeing what we can and cannot do with it. So yeah, if you're interested in that, stick around. Before we get into the deck profile though, shout out to PotownStore.com, the best place to get PTCGO codes. Be sure to use code CELIO for 5% off. It saves you money, you support a great business, and you support my channel as well, all at the same time. And yeah, they email your codes to you right away, and you can copy and paste them right from the website. So let's talk about the Seaking control deck. How does it work? Well, I'll tell you how it works, and then you can watch it in the games as well to see it in action, to learn how to do it if you want to try this out yourself. This shouldn't be too expensive to build. Probably the hardest things to get are the Absols and the Rosas. Everything else should be fairly simple to get for this deck. So you got a 4/4 line of Seaking with the Ripping Horn attack. For a water energy, flip 3 coins for each heads, discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. And then we use the Glimwood Tangle Stadium. Once during each player's turn, after that player flips any coins for an attack, they may ignore all results of those coin flips and begin flipping those coins again. So what does that mean, you may ask? Well, that means you can use Seaking's Ripping Horn, flip 3 coins. What if they're all tails? Oh no, what do I do? Well, you can use Glimwood Tangle's, the Stadium's effect, to restart that attack. So you can restart flipping all 3 coins. None of those original 3 coins count. Now we're flipping 3 new coins to see how we do on that. So if you flip 1 coin heads, you might want to, you know, take your chances, try for 2 or 3. If you flip 2, you're probably keeping that. If you flip 3, obviously we're saying no to Glimwood Tangle. We would not like to reflip. And if you flip 0, we're smashing the yes button and seeing if we can actually remove an energy. There's also Crushing Hammer to flip a coin to discard an energy, and there is also Team Yell Grunt to put an energy attached to one of your opponent's Pokemon into their hand. Not as good as Seaking or Hammer, but it is a supporter-based option. We can also get it back with Cynthia Caitlin, and it's a guaranteed energy removal. There are 3 Absols to make our opponent's basic Pokemon's retreat cost +1. This is for the end stage of the game. So here are the win cons, because that's probably what you're wondering. Well, Mr. Celio's Network, that's great and all, but how am I going to win the game just by flipping heads and removing some energies? Isn't my opponent just going to build something up on the bench and knock us out? Well, they can knock you out. They can take 5 prizes. Actually, I showcased that very well in both of the games, that your opponent can take as many prizes as they want as long as they don't win the game. You can get them down to 1 prize and that's fine. And then you lock them. So what you do is, you want to bring up something like a Dedenne, a Crobat, maybe an ADP that you removed all the energy from, maybe a Pikarom you removed all the energy from already. Pretty much anything that doesn't have a 1 energy attack, or if they're completely out of energy, just make sure it has more than 1 retreat cost, or, you know, they're not playing Bird Keeper, it doesn't have free retreat cost, they don't have something like a Dark City in play, or an Air Balloon that you missed. As long as it's a Pokemon that cannot retreat next turn, has no energy on it, doesn't have like a free attack or something crazy, isn't like Galarian Slowbro V and it's going to apply poison to you, anything like that, you gust it up, you say Frozen Lock, 10. Your opponent can't play any item cards from their hand next turn, so they can't switch, they can't play Air Balloon. That's pretty much all you care about. They can't use Turbo Patch to get back energy, they can't use Ordinary Rod, Metal Saucer, Energy Switch to the active. So you gust it up with Boss or Great Catcher, Frozen Lock, 10, no items. Now, you keep saying Frozen Lock every turn, and using your Absols to make the retreat cost more. So even if they have energy left, let's say they have a 3 retreat cost Pokemon in the active, and after you saying Frozen Lock 2 times, they attach 1 and then 2 energy to the active. Now next turn, they'll be able to retreat that Pokemon. You don't want to break the item lock though, so then you gust up the next Pokemon, and then you Frozen Lock that, and you gust up the next Pokemon, you Frozen Lock that until they're out of energy that way. So if it gets to the end game, you can Frozen Lock and just make them waste their own energy. But in the early game, if they're building up energy, like let's say Full Blitz, so they have 3 energy on Pika, 3 energy on Raichu, you're going to want to get all the energy off of that active Pika, let them knock you out, it doesn't matter. Then get all the energy off of the Raichu, and then they'll be scrambling. They'll have maybe 3-4 energy left at the end of the game, and you can do that strategy where you just boss something up, make them allocate energy to that to try to attack or retreat. Once they've done that, you boss up the other one, and then by then you should be good to go. Of course, this doesn't work against every single deck. Centiskorch is going to be a problem because your opponent can just have one Centiskorch down, evolve it into Centiskorch VMAX, Welder every turn, attack, accelerate energy, Welder, attack, accelerate energy, and that's going to be very, very hard to stop. But against just about anything else that's popular in the standard format, you at the very least stand a chance. Even against ADP, you can move their energy, trap something up. If they use their switches early, you can trap something up, lock them a Frozen Lock, bing bang boom, and they're either scooping because they're out of energy and switches and they don't play Bird Keeper, or you just sit there and say Frozen Lock until they are decked out. Typically, now yes, Frozen Lock does 10 damage, so eventually you would knock it out. So you will typically have to gust up something else and bring it up and hit it. But let's say you do that to 2 Crobats. That's 170 damage to the Crobat of 17 Frozen Lock turns before knocking it out. Then you can gust up another Crobat and do it 17 times to that Crobat, or to a Dedenne and do it 15 times. So let's just say, lowest case scenario, you're doing Frozen Lock like 30 times. Your opponent trying to beat this deck before it gets the lock off, they're going to go through some of their deck. And if they don't go through some of their deck, you're just going to pick off energy one at a time, and they're not going fast enough to keep up with you. So you will normally be able to deck them out if they don't just scoop. But against a deck like Eternatus, where you can guess, okay, they have 9 energy typically, maybe 10 at the high end. So if I can just get rid of 9 energy, they'll scoop because they have no win condition. Other decks might actually make you play it out until you deck them out. So that's basically how this deck works. I'll put the list in the description below. You can also get it on play.limitlesstcg.com. And I'm going to roll some gameplay that I played with this exact list. It was a ton of fun, and it's really cool to play, and it does keep you thinking. It's definitely a different play style. It's different than all the big tag teams that we've seen in standard format. So if you're interested in all in control style decks, I do suggest trying this out, since it is something different and new. And I really think you become a better player by playing these control decks, because you really have to be sure of your moves and look at all the options and learn what your opponent's decks might be built like. Because you have to base it off of that when you can't have their deck list like you do in an online tournament. So hope you enjoyed this deck profile. I'm going to roll the gameplay now, and I hope you enjoy that as well. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for daily Pokemon TCG content. Leave a like and a comment to help support the video, and also check out PotownStore.com, the best place for you to get PTCGO codes. Use code Celio for 5% off. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the gameplay, and I'll see you next time here on Celio's Network. Not the best start, but, you know, we could always just quick ball Zacian and Intrepid, go from there. And it looks like we're playing against ADPZ. We have a Crushing Hammer, which could be huge to get a heads on. Switch. Okay. They're bringing up the ADP, which I don't like at all. Unless for some reason they just, you know, hard read that we're playing Seaking with Cryogonal. They're like, oh, well, we can't use Switch because obviously next turn they're dropping the Cryogonal. But I highly doubt that's the case here. So I think we have to quick ball. And yeah, I think we have to go for Zacian. No, regardless of if we get Crushing Hammer heads or not, we always go for the Zacian here. I guess flipping the heads for Crushing Hammer, like, technically is correct. Like, you should see what those random effects are going to get you before you make other decisions, but I'm always getting Zacian. I could go Cryogonal, Air Balloon, Water Energy, but then I have nothing. Like, I have to just play off the top deck, and I do not want to do that. So, here's our Crushing Hammer. We do get heads, that's super. We'll play this down, no reason to attach anywhere, no reason to play down the Air Balloon and 1 Intrepid Sword. Darn, no Metal Energy. Okay, so we get supporters. Evolution Incense isn't helping us right now, but supporters are good. And they Marnie us, so we didn't need supporters. We could have just went with the Cryogonal, what do you know? Rosa is not going to do much for us quite yet. Okay, so they got the Water Energy. Huh. Dang, and we cannot capitalize on that, can we? We have Rosa to get energy anyway, so it doesn't hurt to get rid of that energy. We'll grab Goldeen. And we'll put down this Absol. Pokémon, the Goldeen, so that can get us to Seaking. We have Rosa. We have our energy. So, we're expecting them to alter the creation this turn. And then we promptly need to start removing their energies. Okay, they have Balloon on Mawile. They have a Dedenne down, so that's a good target. We can Great Catcher that up. Ah, Marnie, but our hand was so good. Our hand was really good. Oh, and now our hand is not really good. Okay, we still have plays to make. They're Seaking, so that's solid. So we can either boss up the Dedenne, or we can Team Yell Grunt the Water Energy. I think it's better to Team Yell Grunt the Water Energy. Put this down. I would like to get another Goldeen or a Cryogonal, but I don't want to get rid of Absol because the second Absol can be really good, and I also don't want to get rid of Boss because we could definitely want to bring up, like if they switch out to the Mawile or something and then attach to ADP, we're going to want to boss that up to try to get rid of its energy, so we'll just Intrepid Sword. Nothing super great going on here. Energy switch. Okay, so they're getting a knockout. We just need a Rosa. I feel like there's a chance they go for a Zacian. Now, it's never correct, but I feel like there's definitely a chance that they would do that. Because sometimes when people see, like a multiple prize Pokemon, they still go for it. Even though it's not correct. They also need a switch here, so they'll be burning their third switch if they get it, which is huge. It would be really great for them to burn third switch. I don't know why they didn't. They should have definitely energy switched to ADP and attached. That was 100% the play. Alright, they misplayed there. If we had water energy, we could just start hitting ADP with Cryogonal and stalling them out. That sucks. Okay, let's Crushing Hammer. Tails. let's quick ball for another Goldeen in case they gust up the Seaking. I think we air balloon this because, like I said, they shouldn't be knocking out Zacian. Because knocking out one Zacian and then 2 single prizes is the same as knocking out 3 single prizes. So they'll probably just go for whatever's in the active, but they're not playing well at the moment. I don't see any reason for them to not just Ultimate Ray, because that would also get more energy onto the board and actually take a knockout. So I don't see any reason for them to not do that. Do I have any reason to play it on another Absol yet? I could need that bench spot. We'll keep the Absols in our hand. Okay. We get Water Energy and Glimwood Tangle. That's really, really good. Alright, Saucer and Goggle. There's third switch. So third switch going down is huge. We probably could have just started going for Cryogonal. But I think we can get like a little bit more resource out of them this way. But maybe Cryogonal is the better play. Alright, we'll use Ripping Horn. Nice, we got 2 heads. 3 heads, let's go! You may ignore it. Would you like to flip again? Absolutely not. We got 3 heads, baby. Let's do it! They have 1 switch left. Yeah, I should have held on to that quick ball, maybe. Okay. This hand is just terrible. But if they use that last switch, we can bring up something, install an Intrepid Sword. They're just thinning out their deck, it looks like, which is good for us. Alright, they're not using that last switch yet. Yeah, I have no reason to do anything but Intrepid Sword here. Okay, unless they're playing Bird Keeper, we're gonna have game. And also depends on how many Marnie they're playing, but they've already played 2 Marnie. We could also potentially just remove all of their energy and they scoop because, oh my god, research, what? They're digging for the switch, but that's game. That's gotta be game. It doesn't even matter if they hit an Intrepid Sword, what the heck? Okay, we won. That's gotta be game. Like, it's easy. We don't even have to do anything else. Like, we'll just sit here. We just have to Cryogonal, so we have to just wait until we have the Air Balloon on that. I'm thinking, do I want to Great Catcher something up? But we have the boss for later. Do I want to attach an energy to a Seaking in case they Marnie us? This is just such a good position for us, and I don't want to ruin it. But how many boss are they down? They're only down 1 boss, so they could definitely boss up a Cryogonal if we put it down. But that also means they could boss up Zacian if they want to. So we could do this. We can Quick Ball for the Cry. And bench it, but we won't put our energy to it. And Intrepid Sword. A Marnie will hurt us so much here. And they can't retreat that Zacian. They might have prized their last switch. That might be what's happening here. Unless I miscounted. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's the 4th switch. That's game. They didn't boss. They needed to boss the Cryogonal. They definitely had boss. They definitely had the boss. Okay, unless they play Birdkeeper, we won. We can use Great Catcher since we have it at our disposal. Okay, so as long as they don't play Birdkeeper, we win. And these decks typically do not play Birdkeeper. So I think it's looking good. Okay, now Frozen Lock, so they can't switch or play Air Balloon, but they've played all their switches, but now they can't energy switch, which is the other big deal. So if they can't energy switch, and they do have water energy left in the deck, so now this ADP is just stuck up there. We have an energy in our hand, so we're fine. And once they attach a couple energy to ADP, then we just bring up a Dedenne, and then we boss that up there. Because Dedenne has 3 retreat costs right now, so attaching 3 to that would allow them to retreat. So if we just bring up the ADP, make them allocate a couple energy there, then the Dedenne, then we're all good to go. Okay, we have energy, we retreat. They can't play energy switch, so we just Frozen Lock. Now they might have a Marnie here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're down. Okay, they're down 7 metal, 8 metal, and they scoop. Okay, I think that was their last energy. Okay, starting things off with a mulligan, and now we got a Goldeen going first. And it looks like it's just a lone Goldeen at the moment. I would love to see another Pokemon so I could Pokecom for Zacian. Oh, and it looks like we're playing against Eternatus, which is so free. Gosh. Oh, this is bad. We need them to bless us with the Marnie here. Here's not Marnie. That is not Marnie. Got the cap energy coming down to the Eternatus V to retrieve a basic Pokemon from the deck onto the bench. We got a Galarian Slowbro V coming on down. Switch into that to poison us. We could just lose to Poison and Power Accelerator if we don't get something here. We got Seaking. Alright, as much as this sucks, we can't actually evolve the Seaking. We have to, we gotta go retrieve ourselves a Zacian. And we'll yell grunt that energy. Play down old Zacian V. I mean, if it's just poison, yeah, this will be knocked out by poison if they evolve the Cryogonal. And then we won't get to use a Rosa. I don't really mind if they knock out a Zacian at some point. So yeah, we'll just retreat. We'll just retreat into the Zacian. I don't really mind. And it'll take them longer if they're only working with poison, as opposed to actually attacking us. This will give us some more time to work with. So Eternatus decks will typically play like 9 energy. So let's say our win condition is either getting rid of a 9 energy or locking something up into the active. I mean, after we get rid of 9 energy, we can just lock an Eternatus up into the active. Because we can't we can't make a Slowbro stay in the active, because then we'll just lose to poison. But if we can get rid of all their energy, then we can put anything but a Slowbro in the active and just win, since they have a finite amount of energy. They don't have acceleration or energy recursion or anything really. It's just manually attaching, and when it's done, it's done. So let's see what Crushing Hammer can do for us. We get a heads. That's beautiful. And why don't we retrieve a Cryogonal for later on? We'll put that down, attached to it Marnie, because we don't need these cards. We'll just look for Crushing Hammers and Yell Grunts. We got Seaking, that's good. I'm not sure if Air Balloon really matters, since they'll be playing like Dark City probably in this deck. So we'll hold on to the Absol, we'll just Intrepid. 2 Crushing Hammers, okay, that's solid. So 50% chance we'll remove an energy. There's a Crushing Hammer of their own. Poison Eternatus with Crushing Hammers. That's got to be terribly inconsistent. Why would you ever put hammers in there? Alright, we've got 2 Crushing Hammers coming their way. Hitting the fishy, dishy out the hammers. Come on, we're fishing and dishing. We did not dish out the hammers there. Oh, Intrepid Sword. Wait, is it better to retreat into Goldeen now? Yeah, now it has become better to retreat into Goldeen. Okay, boss is good, because we can boss up the Eternatus and use Seaking. Or if they swing into us, we can just Rosa for our stadium. Dread End, perfect. And now we can just Rosa for what we need. No, we don't need that. We need the Glimwood Tangle. We'll grab ourselves. Oh, it has to be basic energy, my bad. Haven't used Rosa in a while. Yeah, that would be kind of broken if it was any kind of energy. And gosh, I guess a backup cry. Yeah, we'll take the backup cry. Okay, play down the Goldeen. We don't need to play down balloons. Going to the Seaking. They are playing hammers, so we'll hold on to the energy, I guess. I guess we can also attach a balloon since we have 3, and they're probably not playing Tool Scrapper. If they are, it's 1, or like 1 dangerous drill, maybe. And now we will rip with our horn. Go, fishy, go. Triple tails. Okay, yes, I would like to flip again. Let's try that out. And it's... We just got 6 tails in a row. What's the point of Glimwood Tangle if we're just gonna flip 3 tails in a row again? That wasn't supposed to happen. Okay, that's not how this is supposed to work. Yep, that was that was a malfunction. Okay, it's fine. We'll send up Cry with the balloon attached to Goldeen Marnie. No worries. Top deck a Rosa would be insane. Alright, we got another Seaking, but we don't have Glimwood Tangle. So let's use Crushing Hammer to buffer our chances here. We get a Tails? Alright, well that's gotta even out, right? We got Tails on the Crushing Hammer, so... We gotta get 2 heads on the Seaking, right? Come on now. We'll hold on to that. Here do we go. Ripping Horn, come on! Tails? Tails? No! What? What is this? That's 10 tails in a row. Ten tails in a row, and they're gonna boss us? This helps us out. What are you doing? No, you want to knock out the Seaking. Oh. This is a disaster. This is truly a disaster. Alright, come on, Seaking. We don't have any more Goldeen. Let's thin out the deck, I guess. That's the best thing I can do here. Okay, Ripplehorn has got to put in the business here, and then we need them to not be able to retreat. So we need 2 heads on Ripplehorn. Okay, we got 2 heads there. That's 2 more energy down. Okay. We also need to get rid of their stadiums. Getting rid of their stadiums is muy important as well. Attaching a cap energy. Okie doke. They're only down 1 switch, and I would like them to be down more than 1 switch. So we prized 1 Goldeen. Okay, research. The problem is them poisoning us if they have switch. Because that will be doing damage without them using energies. Ah, there's switch. They could poison us. And then next turn they can use Crazy Claws to knock us out. Ah. How many boss have they played? 2 boss? Okay, this is where we are. We're sitting behind the Poké doll. Poké doll goes down to poison, alright. Send up the Cry guy. You get energy. I think we'll just sit behind an Absol. Yeah. Hope they don't boss up Seaking. Best case is they bring up something with energies, we knock them off, and then they don't have another switch in their hand after that. For the Eternatus, of course. Because the Sableye doesn't need a switch. Yeah, Dark City is an issue. Also, drawing the way we are and flipping 10 tails in a row, those are also issues that we've faced here. Research down to 8 cards. Oh gosh, they just got rid of another switch. That could be huge. If we, like, draw anything, this could be big. How many energy are they down? They're down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They're down. There's 9 energy on the board and in discard. So if we could get rid of these energies, and then they don't have switch the very following turn, we have boss. Wait, did we do it? I think we did it. What's better to bring up, this or no? Wait, Eternatus has more retreat and more attack cost. I think we did it. They're down 9 energies. At most, they're playing 10. At most. Yell Grunt. What? I will be very upset if they're playing more than 10 energy, and they're also playing hammers and Yell Grunts and Piers and finding room for all of this stuff. I think we won. This is how you do it, guys. This is how you do it. Come on, I'm feeling that scoop coming. Wait, they attached energy to Hoopa? Oh, wait, do they have... No, if they had hiding dark energy left, they would have attached it active and used it, right? Oh, it's 2 less retreat, right? I know it has no retreat cost. So, no retreat cost. Absol doesn't have, it's not, yeah, they could just retreat the Eternatus if they had that. They definitely would have done that, right? Yeah, they definitely would have done that. Okay. I don't know, I don't understand the attach to Hoopa. We got it! Let's go! Woo! Oh, let's go. We got 10 tails in a row. And we still won. That was incredible.